former President Donald Trump made a bold statement that turned some heads at a rally on Saturday, December 2nd. He claimed that he would win the state of California in a presidential election if Jesus Christ and God were to oversee the ballots, RadarOnline.com has learned. Trump made the bold claim during a campaign rally held in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, as part of his 2024 campaign for the Republican presidential nomination. I actually believe that if they didn't have rigged elections out there, if they didn't have all the paper ball they send out like 36 million ballots and nobody knows where the hell they're going to or coming from. I think a few people know where they're going to and a few people know where they're coming from, Trump told the crowd, ranting about California. But I think if you had a real election and Jesus came down and God came down and said, I'm going to be the scorekeeper here, I think we would win there, the New York businessman turned GOP leader continued. I think would win in Illinois, and I think it would win in New York, which is all places that, in theory. I think you can win New York. I think you can win New Jersey. I think we can win Virginia. States that in theory, would be with us. The ex-pres then attacked President Joe Biden, branding him as crooked before bringing up his thoughts on the 2020 election. I think for years we could have won them. These elections are rigged. Our elections are totally rigged and we got to do something about it, Trump told his crowd of supporters in Cedar Rapids. The radical left Democrats rigged the presidential election of 2020, and we're not going to allow them to rig the presidential election of 2024 and destroy our country totally. Without providing any substantial proof, he insisted, we want to redo the election. We have so much information. There was so much corruption in that election. Trump further claimed the coining of the term caravan and asserted that many of his opponents had praised his presidency. In a rare reversal of his stance, he even touted his role in saving Obamacare, which he had relentlessly campaigned to dismantle during his tenure as president. Trump also hinted at renewing his efforts to terminate the healthcare plan if he were to regain the presidency. Ironically, Trump accused his opponents of waging an all-out war on American democracy, despite his own attempts to subvert the democratic process by overturning the election results and clinging to power. The contradiction was not lost on observers. While Trump's words continue to resonate with his ardent supporters, his repeated claims of election fraud have been widely debunked and deemed baseless by numerous courts and election officials. Nevertheless, the former president remains steadfast in his rhetoric, aiming to rally his base and position himself as a frontrunner in the race for the Republican presidential nomination.